All right, guys, it was good to have everybody out there today practicing. We're ready to get started. The excitement level was increased today, and we're looking forward to getting prepared to play this game Sunday. Any questions?
Could you talk about your decision to go with Jamie Gillen especially?
We thought he performed well. He kicked the ball well. We got total confidence that he's going to do the job.
Was there just too much potential within Freddie? I mean, I know we talked about he seems like he's a little raw still, but it just has so much.
Yeah, I mean, the upside is tremendous on him. I think you saw that during the course of the thing. Now we're just working on consistency on an everyday thing. But we think he can get there. That's why he's here.
Freddie, you guys cut Greg yesterday and brought him back. Was that risky in any way?
No, it was a procedural thing, just something dealing with his contract that we needed to get straightened out. But that's about it. But no, it wasn't risky.
I
don't think. I hope not.
Did it have to do with any other player, or was it just his contract in of itself?
Just him individually. It wasn't really a big deal. It was just a procedural thing that John wanted to get taken care of. So that may be a better question for John. You know, I never was told that we were going to lose him. So, I mean, I'm glad that. No, I wasn't scared, but it was just, I'm glad that we have Greg.
Some really good young guys on your defensive line, Devereaux and Dan Aquali. Let's talk about that, position, how those guys really hitting on.
Well, that's what training camp's for, is, give those guys opportunity. They made the best of their opportunity, and they're rewarded by being on the 53-man roster. So, not to mention that they're pretty good players in their own right. So, we're happy to have them. We're happy they got better. They continue to get better every day, and that was kind of the mantra of the training camp.
Hey, Fred, you knew you guys in OTAs and all. So who surprised you most the way they progressed in training?
Well, I think Devereaux was a perfect example. Daniel did the same thing. He continued to get better. I think every one of our guys really, to a man, got better. But here's the thing, even though training camp's over, that doesn't change. We're going to continue to try to get better every day and then see where we're at first week, fourth week, sixth week. Just continue to get better every day you got out there.
When you entered camp, it felt like you guys were really deep at receiver. Midway through camp, kind of still felt that way. You guys ultimately decided to bring in 2 new receivers. Could you touch on those 2 guys? And, obviously they got a quick turnaround to get themselves up to speed.
Well, the thing with the NFL, you're continuing to look to upgrade your roster in any way you can at any position. And we felt like the guys that we brought in, they do that. And, they came in, they're getting a little grasp with offense now, and you're right. They've got to get in their books, and they've got to get ready to go. Can't carry but so many to the game, and the ones that are at the game have to be able to play. So I have total confidence in our coaches and them personally that they'll do that and they'll make that commitment to do it.
How much of Jamie Gillen's holding was part of your guys' discussion when you were deciding? Because he had never done it. We talked to you about it before. But Cybert City got a lot better. What went into that for you guys?
Well, I think just the sense that we feel like he can continue to get better at it. He got better when he started in the spring. He had never held before in his life. So of course there's a fast learning curve, and then as you go on, there has to be a continual upswing of getting better at that area of it, because that's definitely part of it.
How much did his athleticism play into it? He's a little more athletic than most punters.
Yeah, I mean, his tackling may have factored in a little bit, but not really. Just hopefully he doesn't have to make too many tackles.
Speed?
Anytime you have an athletic guy back there that can overcome some adversity within the play, it's a bonus. So, but all those guys are pretty athletic, I think. So maybe except our kicker. I don't know how athletic he is, but.
Speaking of your kicker, what do you think clicked for Austin there the second half? I mean, we kept pestering you with questions about him, all along, and then it just seemed like the light bulb went off.
Here's the thing about kickers. I put them in the same category with every other player. They have to have a short memory, all right? And once he decided it's just about the next kick, it wasn't about the past one. None of those affected the next one. And I think maybe at some point there he was letting that happen. So you've got to put it in the rearview mirror and just move on. it's just like a quarterback. I want a quarterback that messes something up and he's going to move on to the next play and make that same decision and just do it a little better. As long as it wasn't a bad decision, that's the way you should approach things.
What are your early impressions of the two new guards?
Excuse me?
Two new guards.
I thought they moved around well. They were both seemed pretty athletic. You know, use their hands well. Start with feet, hands, and pad level is what we teach around here. And, you know, they've got a good base of that.
You seemed pretty intrigued by Braxton Miller in the short time that he was here. Was that some of the difficult decision, and what was the thinking?
Well, I think you, when you start, you know, Braxton's not here anymore, so I don't want to spend a lot of time on it, but Braxton's got a future in the game. I mean, he's a good player. It's just you have to make tough decisions, and it may not be the best spot for us right now, and that's what basically we decided. But even though the initial 53 guys, you're still looking at everybody around the league. I've said that before. You're looking at everybody's practice squads, everybody's guys that they've waived. And, you know, we were fortunate enough to get two pretty good players, we think, off waivers.
You're always, I know you're
Or
always
receivers. I think we got more than that, but yeah.
I know you're always learning as a coach and figuring out what works best for your guys, but through this camp and the preseason, how much do you feel like you have a complete understanding of how you want the offense to work, what works best for all your skill guys? Like, what's your total handle?
I think it's pretty good. You know, I think it's always evolving, you know, so even during the course of the year, I think that will evolve. We evolved from the first game to the 8th game last year, just like we evolved from the 8th game to the end of the season. We weren't the same team. So it's never ending. It's always evolving, who you are, who you're going to become. But you have to, you're right about one thing, you have to have a set vision to begin with, and I think we've got that.
And I know, obviously, winning is all that matters, but within that thought process, how much do you want to be cognizant of? I want to make sure this guy gets the right amount of touches, or this guy gets stuff to get him in a rhythm, in terms of distributing the ball?
Well, we're going to go through our progressions and read. Now, when you start talking about number of balls, I'm not worried about that. They'll get, I mean, they're good enough players. They'll get their balls.
Hey, Freddie, on the conference call the other day.
Good try, though. I know what you mean. But, yeah, I mean, really, though, at the end of the day, those guys are good enough players, and if they want to take somebody totally out of the game, let them do it. We've got other players, too. So, yeah, I'm not –
Do that, and then you'll do something else.
yeah, right. We're not, you know, if I'm going to get somebody the ball, he'll get the ball. We'll figure out a way to get him the ball. So I think when you start doing those kind of things, though, you sacrifice in other areas. But Odell's going to get plenty of balls. Jarvis is going to get plenty of balls. David's going to get plenty of balls. Nick Chubb's going to run the ball enough. You know, I'm going to make everybody happy. So
On that,
more importantly, hopefully we win the game and it'll make everybody happy, which goes back to your normal.
Win first.
That's the only important thing. So.
on that call the other day when you said, you know, you don't know for sure about starting right guard because you had to see Wyatt Teller on the field and everything. And then you guys traded for Justin McCray.
Mm-hmm.
So do you have a three-man competition now at right guard? Or how would you characterize what's going on there with him coming on trade too?
Yeah, I think we've got 3 guys, even 4 guys at that spot that could play for us. We're going to go through the week and decide at the end of the week. But, you know, right now Cush is our starter, and I expect him to be starting on Sunday. But, you know, we were very fortunate last year. I think all 5 of those guys started the whole year after Greg came in. That a lot of times that doesn't happen. So you have to continue to develop guys in your system, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to keep working with them and see. And you can't take so many to the game, so they have to be versatile enough that they can fill in at different spots in case something happens during the course of the game.
Can these 2 guys, the 2 guards you traded for, they play center too?
Yes.
Freddie, are you more excited with the start of the season coming up now as a head coach than you were as a position coach?
No, not anymore. Excited. You know, I still have to come in here every day and talk to you guys, so can't be that exciting, right? You know I'm kidding, right? You know I love talking to you guys.
That's part of your day.
Yeah, no doubt. So, I figure you guys have already gotten tired of me by now.
Yeah,
But
that can never happen.
you know, the excitement is always focused on the beginning of the year for fans, for coaches, for players, and all that. But what I'm really excited about is getting in a routine of what we're doing every Wednesday, every Thursday, every Friday, every Saturday, and then go play the game on Sunday. That's what I'm excited about, because that's when you can tell how much focus these guys can have, how much focus they continue to have throughout the course of the year. But really, at the end of the day, I'm excited about Wednesday, you know, when we get them back in here and start really preparation for Tennessee.
Okay, one quick thing about the guards. Can you afford to give some of those new guys first team reps, or are you going to have to?
I think so. Even during the course of normal activity, they get subbed in and out for. So yeah.
For a guy like Taywan, how much could he realistically pick up between now and Sunday?
We're gonna find out.
Yeah, I mean,
So.
give him like a specific package of plays or something.
Well, we give him a specific position and let him learn it. So that's our job to coach him, and it's his job to learn. So we'll see. I feel pretty confident that we can get, and not just with him, with other guys too.
You brought in some older veterans. Have any of the younger players have any of those veterans emerged as leaders? Are any of the younger players gravitating towards any of those guys?
Well, I think when you start talking about leadership, you know, we had some good leaders here, but when you bring in people like Sheldon Richardson and Olivier Vernon and you know, guys like that defensively, of course, they're going to gravitate to them because they've been through the fire before and they've won some games before. So, you know, of course, I think you're always trying to empower guys to be leaders. So sometimes the people that weren't leaders to begin with end up being your leaders, and sometimes it's vice versa. But at the end of the day, hopefully we have a bunch of individuals that just do the right thing, practice hard, practice with a common goal of getting better every day. And your leaders have to be the example of that.
Did your time with Ricky Seals-Jones contribute to him coming here?
Well, I was with him 1 year, and I know how athletic he is and the type of player that he was for us in Arizona. I know what he's put on tape since then. So anytime you have a knowledge of a player, it certainly helps.
What do you think you can bring to the tight end room with the other guys you got?
Well, he's athletic. He played wide receiver in college, so I was kidding him today. He better brought some of that toughness with him too. So we don't have just pass catching tight ends. So.
Can he play fullback? Freddie, you said your tight end's going to have to play fullback.
Yeah. We'll work through that and see. I'm not sure about that yet, but we'll work through it and see.
Can Farrell do that?
I think Farrell can to a certain. And you're talking about different things when you start talking about the fullback position, but yeah, I think both those guys can do what we would ask him to do.
Freddie, I remember
Last one here?
May camp, Ryan Lee mentioning that he would really want, and I'm sure you really want to, for Baker to make this offense his own, really take ownership of it and put his stamp on it. Do you feel like he's done that from mini camp to now?
Yeah, I think he's got a good knowledge of what we want to do. He's got a good knowledge of the terminology. But yeah, and again, that always evolves. So it's not really set in stone right now exactly who we're going to be. Some of it depends on the week, you know. So it's always evolving.